Today, our class is about the elements. Where do I start? So we have, you might have seen blogs this week, in the last week, I think. It was all about Ayurveda, and Ayurveda is the sister science of yoga. Now, I'm not going to go into many details, but basically, we all consist out of elements, and everybody has the same elements inside of them, but the amount of them might be different. Basically, what it comes down to is that everyone consists of elements, and some have a bigger role in your life than others. Now, today, we're going to practice making use of the elements. I have never done this before, but I think it will be fun. So we're starting in Kapha. Kapha is very grounding. It's close to the earth, creating connection. Then we will bring movement into the body, become a little bit more energetic, play with creativity, which is Vata. Then we create a lot of heat. We fire up the belly. We will be using determination, not giving up, trying new things, being hard on ourselves, which is Pitta. And then come back to Kapha again, ground down, relax, become slow and cool down. Okay, so this is more or less what's going to happen. It's a little bit of an experiment, but I hope you'll like it. Any questions? So we're going to start in meditation pose or seated pose, Sukhasana.
All right, so take away the skin from underneath your sitting bones so you can really drop the bones into the earth. First element, earth. Lengthen the spine. Bring your shoulders in line with the hips. Maybe even roll the shoulders up and down to really find your alignment. And bring the hands onto the knees, maybe palms up to the ceiling, or wherever is comfortable. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. Take a moment to acknowledge yourself. Arrive in your practice. Maybe slow down after a long day. Bring your focus to the connection with the earth or the ground below you. Notice how it feels. Notice where your mind goes thinking of it. Really just taking a moment to ground down. Creating a connection to your breath. And if you like, set an intention. On your next inhale, with your eyes open or closed, lift your arms all the way up to the ceiling, stretch out. Make yourself super tall. And maybe grab onto a tree above you or onto a branch. Making fist with your palms. And maybe circles with the wrists. Bringing in some movement into the wrists. Warming up. Still taking it slow. Spread your hands, your fingertips. Reach higher, 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 higher. Inhale. And exhale, come into a twist on your left. Inhale, find length. Exhale, come into your twist, look past your left shoulder. And on an exhale, come back to center. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Same thing. Make yourself super tall. Stretch through the side body. Maybe even pretending as if you're climbing a tree or climbing a ladder. Again, fold your hands or your fingers into your fist. Make fist bumps here. Circle the wrists. Maybe the opposite side. Inhale, spread the fingers, reach them up high. And exhale, twist to your right. Find length. Exhale, twist. Look past the shoulder. Keep the shoulders in line with the hips so you're still in one straight line. Keep breathing. And then on an exhale, back to center. Let's allow some movement, slow movement into the body. Rolling the shoulders up to the ears, pushing the chest forward. And finding your cow pose, seated cow pose. Roll the shoulders back and up. Now round the spine or hollow the belly. Find your cat. 3 more like this in your own rhythm. When you've done 3, you can come back to center, back to your seat. And maybe imagine yourself again as a tree, bringing the left hand next to your side. And lift the right arm up and overhead, as if it's a branch, moving in the wind. Now here you can choose staying in stillness or move that arm from the side and overhead again. Bringing in movement. Warming up the body. Come back to center, straight away onto the other side. Maybe stretch it out first. And when you're ready, if you like, stay in stillness or move from side to side. Keep breathing. Stay rooted, stay grounded. And then an exhale back to center. Beautiful. Come onto all fours or tabletop. And find your cat-cow here, just like we did in our seated position. Hands underneath the shoulder, knees on the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you like, keep your toes tucked. If you like, like it better, bring the feet flat on the floor. Inhale, drop the belly, lift your head. Exhale, round the spine and look down. Stay strong in the arms, keep a micro bend in the elbows. And really try to move from the breath here. 2 more. And when you've taken your last one, you can bring the hips towards the heels and slowly lift the knees. Keep your belly on your thighs. Stay strong in the arms, root through the fingertips and the outside of the palms. Maybe start to straighten the legs. If your heels don't touch the floor yet, don't worry about it. And find some movement, pedal the feet, bending the knees. Twist the inside of the elbow towards the ears. Hips up high, all the way to the ceiling. And let your head hang loose. And if this is too much, maybe come to stillness. Maybe back to your child's pose. We're going to take 3 breaths and really feel into the body. How are you feeling today? Make sure that your weight is evenly spread over both legs. And pull the shoulders further down the back, away from your ears. On your next breath, get prepared. Move your gaze forward between the hands, bend the knees, and walk your feet slowly with control to center or between your hands. On an inhale, come to a halfway lift. Give a micro bend in your knees. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up, coming to mountain with the arms up high. Exhale, hands through center, front of your heart, and all the way down, mountain pose. Right, we're going to move a little bit faster. We're not creating a lot of heat just yet, just playing with our energy, creating some air and wind and vata. Alright, bend the knees, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold through center. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Place the hands on the mat, step the right foot back, come into a low lunge. Untap the toes, lift the arms up high. Maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, frame the front foot, lift the back knee, step into plank, reach forward, shoulders over the wrist, drop the knees, bend the elbows, come down super slow with control. Roll the shoulders back and lift up. Cobra, take it easy. Exhale down, bring the feet onto the mat. Push into plank or all fours and slowly make your way back to downward dog. Then walk your feet to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms up high. And exhale, hands in front of the heart, mountain. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your version. Hands on the mat, the shins or the thighs. Exhale, bring it down. Hands on the mat. This time step your left foot back, opposite side. Drop the knee, untuck your toes, and lift up, low lunge. Maybe take a back bend. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step into plank. Your way to either chaturanga or take it easy with me. Knees on the mat. Bend the elbows. Lift up, cobra. Exhale down. Come into your downward dog. 3 breaths here. So we're creating a little bit of heat. Mostly just moving the body from the breath. Connecting with the element of air and ether. Find your alignment. Come back to your breath. And when you're ready, look between your hands. Bend the knees and walk your feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift your version. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. This time we're going to repeat, but you're going to take your variations. So feel free and allow yourself to explore your own imagination or creativity. You know what to do, more or less. So maybe you want to move more from side to side or take a different type of lunge. Feel free to do what feels right for you. Bend the knees, lift the arms up high. Maybe take a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees if you like. Maybe find a bounce. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe you want to wiggle your hips. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat. Step the right foot back. Find your way to a lunge. Whatever feels right for you. On an exhale, frame the front foot. Step back into plank. When you're ready, your way to chaturanga. Whatever variation. And when you're done with that, come back to your downward dog. 1 breath. Look between the hands. Bend the knees. Step up or jump. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way up. Maybe bend from side to side. And back to center. 1 breath in mountain. Other side. Inhale, lift the arms up high. Maybe take your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. Place your hands on the mat. Bring your weight or make your way to a low lunge or a high lunge, whatever feels right. Opposite side. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step into plank and vinyasa or chaturanga. Come back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths. And listen to your body. What does your body need? Does it want to keep moving? Does it want to stay in stillness? Does it want to go into child's pose? Or into headstand? Do whatever is appropriate for you now. Beautiful. On your next inhale, look between the hands. Bend the knees. Step up, jump or float. Feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful. We're going to add on from here. Inhale, lift the arms up high. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold down. This time, we're stepping 2 feet back at the same time. And straight away to chaturanga. So keeping your knees up high in plank or onto the mat. Bend the elbows close into the side body. Lifting cobra or up dog. Exhale, come down into all fours or downward dog. So you see that we're playing with the variations here. Leaving one pose out or adding on something new. But try and stay connected to your breath. And remember to be creative. No, just use your creativity or imagination. With that, I really mean listen to your body. What do you feel like? On your next inhale, look between your hands. Bend the knees. Step up or jump, feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Exhale, mountain. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step, step or jump, feet towards the back of your mat. Hinge forward, knees up or down. Chaturanga, cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Remember your alignment. And remember to listen. Your last exhale, bend the knees. Look between your hands. Step up or jump, feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, mountain pose. One more. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms. Find your variations. Allow yourself to play. Exhale, forward fold. It doesn't have to be static. You can bounce a little bit if you like. Inhale your version, halfway lift. And exhale all the way down. Step up or jump, feet to the back of your mat. Exhale, come forward, your way to chaturanga. Exhale, downward dog. Stay in here for 3 breaths. And from here we're going to create more heat and fire up the muscles. Now don't feel intimidated or let it scare you away. We're going to use poses that you know and you can play with a little bit. Let's take one final breath here. And when you're ready, look between your hands. Bend the knees. Step up, jump or float. Feet between. Your version to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Your way to come all the way up. And back to mountain. One breath here. Maybe drink some water. And if you did set an intention at the start of the class, this is your time to remember or remind yourself, why are you here? When you're ready, bend the knees, sink your weight back into your heels, lift the arms over, up, next to your ears, or maybe in line with the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat. Step both feet back into plank or jump. If you decide to jump, make sure that you can either jump into chaturanga or at least stay active in your core and lower back. So we don't want to see jumping and going down. We want to be super straight or jump straight into chaturanga. If you're not sure, I recommend stepping back. Make your way to chaturanga. And all the way back to downward dog. Step the right foot between your hands, back foot on a 45-degree angle. Ground through the corners of your feet, and when you feel really grounded, lift your arms up high, warrior one. Inhale here. And exhale, frame the front foot. Back to chaturanga, knees up or knees on the mat. Bend the elbows, lift up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, come all the way down and all the way up, downward dog. Step the left foot between the hands, back foot on your 45-degree angle. Before you lift up, feel the ground, connect to the earth. And when you're ready, lift the arms up high. Make sure your bum is right underneath the shoulders. We're not twerking, going back or forth. Inhale here. And exhale, frame the front foot. Step back into plank. Your way to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Bend the knees, look between your hands, and step, hop or jump feet between your hands. This time, instead of your halfway lift, bend the knees, lift up into chair pose. Remember, you can keep your hands in line with the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, come back up, mountain pose. Beautiful. We're going to do that 3 more times. You got this. Excuse me. Take a breath in. Connect to your breath and connect to the floor, the ground. We want to keep the feet together, but if you feel a little bit of balance or if it's challenging in any way, it's okay to keep your feet wider apart, right underneath your hips. On an inhale, bend the knees, weight into the heels, and lift the arms overhead. Inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat. When you're ready, find your way to plank. Exhale, your way to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And step the right foot between the hands. Back foot 45-degree, warrior one. Again, find your alignment and that sense of grounding down. Inhale here, stay active in your back leg. Front knee in line with the ankle. And exhale, frame the front foot, step into plank. Reach forward, drop the knees. Bend the elbows, cobra or up dog. Exhale, come all the way back, downward dog. Step the the right foot on a 45-degree angle. Left foot between the hands. Ground down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Front knee in line with the ankle. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, circle back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. After your last breath, get ready and make your way to the front of the mat. Stay here, bend the knees, come into your seat and lift the arms up high, chair pose. Inhale here. And exhale, mountain pose. Beautiful, 1 breath. Last time. Remember why you're here. Remember your intention if you had one. Feet together or in line with the hip bones. Your way to a seat or chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Place the hands on the mat. Your way to chaturanga. Come all the way down for cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step your left foot on a 45-degree angle. Right foot between your hands. Ground through the feet. Stay super active in your left leg. Inhale, lift all the way up. Warrior 1. Inhale here. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step into plank. Your way to chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. When you're ready, same on the other side, step the back foot on a 45-degree angle, your left foot between the hands. Inhale, lifts up, warrior 1, check your alignment. Now very often you hear your teachers say we want to square the hips, or bring your hips all the way to the front. But allow yourself to explore this pose. It might be that your hips are still pointing the side of the mat. And that's fine, don't worry about it too much. We want to create the sensation of warrior 1. When you're ready, cartwheel down, come into your plank. Your way to vinyasa, last call. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to take a rest just for 5 breaths. So if you want to go to child's pose, feel free to do so. Just stay here in up dog, whatever you prefer. Allow your body to rest. Allow yourself to catch up. Really pull the shoulders away from the ears. Let your head drop, relax. Send the elbows into the ears or towards the ears. Make sure your weight is evenly spread over both legs. After your last breath, lift your heels, bend the knees and come down into all fours. Drop the elbows drop your elbows where your hands were. So your elbows are now straight in line with the shoulders. Keep your hands on the mat in line with the elbows and really press through the fingertips, the outside of the palms. Now this might be enough. This might be option 1. Option 2 is pressing through the toes and lifting the knees, still keeping your knees bent. Keep your elbows in line with the shoulders and your palms in line with the elbows. Option 3, lifting the heels all the way up, come into dolphin. Maybe walk your feet further to center. See how you feel. And if that feels good and you want to play a little bit more, you can find first some movement, lifting the heels, bringing them down. Staying here for 3 more breaths. Training the upper arms for either Pincha Mayuranasana or headstand. Keep your knees bent if you need to. Your heels lifted as well. And after your last breath, walk your feet back and drop the knees where they were. Sink the hips all the way to the heels, your hands on your lower back. And let your shoulders drop over the knees so they can relax for a minute or just a few breaths. Take 1 more breath. And walk your hands out long in front of you. Come all the way back to all fours. And again, drop the elbows where your hands were, right underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, option 1. Option 2, lift your heels. Option 3, straighten the legs, find your movement. Or maybe this time you want to lift one leg, maybe the other. Wherever you are, try to keep the shoulders in line with the elbows before you get into any type of headstand or forearm stand. And maybe you just want to stay here and find some more strength in the upper arms before you get your legs off the floor. Stay strong, stay active. And on your next exhale, bend the knees, place them on the mat, and come into your child's pose. Release your hands, bring them out in front of you. Come back to your all fours. And this time straight into plank. Push the heels back all the way. Imagine a wall behind your mat. You're pushing your heels onto it. Activate your belly so we're not too low, we're not too high. We're in one straight line. Drop the left elbow, drop the right, and stay here for a minute. With a minute, I just mean a few breaths, don't worry. That came out wrong. And if you want more, if you want to try and challenge yourself, you can come onto the left foot, onto the side of the left foot, and lift the right up high. Come into a low side plank. Maybe take the arm overhead. Really push through the elbows, so the shoulders away from your ears. We're not sinking into it. And also do the other side. Come back to center. If you've taken both sides, maybe find some swaying, coming back and forth. And drop the elbows. Walk your hands back. Find child's pose. To your last exhale, bring the arms out long in front one last time. And here you have the option trying to come into your forearm stand again. Just noticing the difference. Coming into your low plank again with the arms on the mat. Or maybe come into a high plank. Find your way to side plank. Maybe to wild thing. So you've got options. Find your creativity again. Listen to your imagination. Try something new. Coming back to our Vata. And slowly making our way back to the ground. Cool down. Relax. And become slow. If headstand is in your practice, so you've done it before, feel free to do so. I'm not going to teach it just now. And meet me in child's pose or in downward dog. Come back to your breath. And on your next inhale, lift the right leg up high. Bend the knees, bring the knee to your nose, a little bit of fire left. And come all the way back up. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, or maybe to the right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, or knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. And this time, bring the left foot, the foot behind the left hand and the right knee. I completely messed up here. So foot behind the hand, the knee behind the opposite hand. Find length into pigeon. And exhale, come onto the elbows, relax your head. If you need one, you can bring a block or a book underneath your thigh. And if you like, you can take the arms out long in front of you. And give your elbows, your shoulders a rest. On your next inhale, lift your head. Walk your hands back to center. Place your hands on the mat. Tap the back toe. Lift the knee and come all the way up, back in your three-legged dog. Take a circle with your foot one way, a circle the other way, and bring your leg down, downward dog. One breath. On your next inhale, left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose. Fire up a little bit. Exhale, inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose or knee to right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift. And exhale, find pigeon. Come all the way backwards, the back foot. Use a block or a book if you need to. Even if you don't need to, you can really just bring some support and length, space. Find length in the chest and upper body. And bring your arms in front of you. Come onto your elbows. Drop your head, relax your neck. Stay here. Or maybe take the arms out long in front of you. When you're ready, lift your head and walk yourself back to center. If you have a block underneath your thigh, take it away and come to roll over. Sit on your bum, center of the mat. Keep your right leg out long, your left foot into the thigh. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up high. Exhale, twist towards your right foot. Bring it down, grab your foot, your ankle or your shin, and relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Stay where you are, or if you want more, you can take the hands along the body to the outside of the foot and come into kind of a bind here, or a twist. No, it's not a twist, more of a bind. Or if you have really long limbs, you can use your block and place it in front of your foot to create more length. Connect back to your breath. Come back to the earth, the ground, or the floor. Just your mat. On your next inhale, lift your head. Make your way up. And straighten the left leg out. Take the right foot to the inside of the thigh. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up overhead. Turn to your left and make your way down. Find your variation, your foot, ankle, shin, maybe just the mat, that's fine too. And remember, if you have long limbs, you can take your block and place it in front. Relax your head, your neck and shoulders. Enjoy this last stretch. And become aware of the sensations in the body. Maybe notice, without observing too much or judging, just notice the difference from the start until now. After your last breath, slowly make your way up. And turn your legs to the opposite side of the mat. And make your way on your back, knees into the chest. Maybe find a sway side to side. And lift your feet with your knees bent up to the ceiling. Happy baby. Maybe straighten one leg, maybe the other, maybe both. And make your way to Savasana. Let your feet fall where they naturally fall. And turn the shoulder blades, so bring them a little bit closer under the body to each other. Open the chest, your palms up to the ceiling. And let go of any tension, any clinging or holding on to. Let yourself be. Start to bring some movement into your toes, your fingertips, your hips and your shoulders. Bend the knees, bring them into your upper body or into the chest. And move over to one side. Press up into Sukhasana or any comfortable pose of your choice. Straighten your back, find length. And acknowledge yourself for showing up to your mat today. Your journey through the elements. And opening yourself up to evolution, growth, working on your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual health. Namaste.